Okay. Hi, everybody. My name's Jamie. I'm the development coordinator at Hamilton City Netball Centre. And we're just going to do a couple of interviews so we can communicate with our community and just keep everyone in touch with each other. So today we've got Darne, who's an umpire for us at the centre, and she has been for a few years now. So hi, Darne, how are you?
Kia ora, Jamie. Good, thanks, hun. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. We're in week 3 now, so getting used to it, but also getting a little bit uptight in my household as well.
You know, those sorts of things are to be expected in that in unprecedented times like what we're in now.
Yeah.
So 7 more days to go, so hang in there.
Yeah. We'll try. No, we have to actually. We have to do it. So you're an umpire. So tell us about how you got involved with sports and why.
Gee, that's going back a very long time.
Yeah.
My involvement with, I think in our household there was more of a push for the likes of education and career.
Yeah.
So I've had a few stints in and out of Polytech, and which is what it was called way back in the days.
Yeah.
And university. So my introduction to sports came in the latter years of high school.
Yeah.
And began in high school netball, actually. At that time I was the shortest player in our team, and now in our little cluster of friends I'm the tallest, so I'm not sure how the hell that would be, but yeah, my introduction to sport started in high school. And then I was reintroduced to netball again. It was at a time where aspect of social engagement with people. So it was actually my elder sister who challenged me time, but that came way, way, way down the track as part of pressure from my team, because we had team duties and no one else wanted to do it. We lost points. So, and then it was kind of incentivized for me. If I'd done the team duty, I'd get $50. So that was $50 on wine or vodkas for that night.
That was the real that real good.
I hate to admit it, but yes, when you're young, I was new to a lot of things. So being social and out and about wasn't my thing. So by nature, I'm quite shy, and a lot of the times where I'm extrovert is an uncomfortable moment for me, but I used that time in my younger years as a way of trying to I suppose develop myself and change how I interact with people.
Yeah, nice. That's a cool pathway. So you started umpiring in 2014, if I'm correct. Is that correct?
Oh, a wee while before then. So I think 2014 was when I got awarded my New Zealand C badge.
Oh.
And prior to that, I had already been umpiring for the premier grade but I hadn't quite taken the step to be serious about my umpiring. And it wasn't until I actually had to take a look at a few things, because the landscape of netball was changing quite dramatically. for me personally. So, unfortunately, as is always the case, faster, fitter, taller, stronger, and their mental resilience, or the age groups of the teams that we were playing and the calibre of games were really up there for what the centre had to offer in terms of the competition. So I had to have a real hard look at and reflect on what it was that I really wanted to do with my netball, because my playing body just wasn't going to hold out for much longer.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really quite ready to give that up. So it was in 2014 that I got my New Zealand C Award. And it was then, I think, that it gave me that push and the drive and the motivation to want to take it somewhere, because I felt that my playing pathway had come to an end. So it's all about using, well, for me, because netball is multifaceted, there are lots of roles in netball, and wasn't quite ready to sit on a bench and be a scorer or a timekeeper. So netball umpiring was it for me.
That time might come one day.
Oh, look, I'm not discounting that whatsoever.
But at least there's a lot of pathways for everybody. So you can start off as a player, move on, like there's pathways right up till, I mean, we have volunteers and bench officials that are, in their 70s. So it's like it's a lifestyle that you can take for your whole life, which is what sport should be about.
Absolutely. And I think the other thing that I'm fortunate to have is this other community. So in my personal life, I have my own private community, or whānau and friends. Netball is just another community of whānau and friends, because for a good 9 months of the year, I'm heavily immersed in netball, and to have other like-minded people around me, like my colleagues, the likes of yourself, and all of the other volunteers and employees of Hamilton City. That's what makes up the dynamics of our community building and whānau building relationships, which I find quite important, because otherwise it makes things just that extra bit tougher when you find yourself heavily invested in something. It can be the make or the break sort of thing. So we're actually quite fortunate that we've got a whole heap of people that I can call whānau in our netball community. Yeah,
definitely, so how do you think this virus is, the virus and the lockdown and isolation, how do you think it's going to affect netball and sports in general this year and even next year?
Oh, look, it's really hard to say, Jay. We're already seeing the effects of what COVID-19 has on our whānau down in netball mainland. Obviously, it's not something or an ideal situation that we would want to be in, and the only thing that I can do is empathise with what they're all going through at the moment, because everything's just so uncertain. If we have a look at the likes of what Rugby League are doing in the NRL, going ahead with their season, just playing in a totally different format, in a totally different environment. I'm not 100% sure. It's just one of those things that, again, it's a dynamic situation. It's ever evolving. Something new is always popping up. And all I have to say is that we've got 7 days left of this lockdown. Fingers crossed that we're able to put some sort of plan in place to help accommodate the community, because I know firsthand, looking, and all I have to do is turn on Facebook and see a lot of the netball community reveling in the downtime, but also eager to get going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think when we're allowed back, it'll be amazing. The atmosphere and the, you know, just everyone seeing each other. I think we'll appreciate how much just seeing faces, we're such a face-to-face kind of sport. Like, we don't really do much online. All our courses, all our interactions are all done face-to-face. So I think it'll be amazing when we do get back, and we'll have new courts.
Yay! And they look freaking amazing too. They look awesome.
They do, yeah. So, how many people are in your bubble at home, and what are you doing to keep each other, you know, like active or even like just healthy mentally and things like that?
Oh, you had to ask me, didn't you? I'm currently totally distancing myself from my partner because he's driving me mad. No, well, he's an essential worker, so he has to go to work, and so some of the challenges that we have, or started off as challenges, is how we can keep the outside world out of our house. So we've got this huge decontamination process that he goes through at work, and as much as it's quite a stringent process that he goes through to decontaminate before he even gets to the gates, or before he even gets to the car. But just to be safe, because I'm so extras, contamination process that he has to go through before he's allowed past the shower. So that in itself was a challenge, but now it's just a natural thing to get going. Other than that, our bubble's going okay.
Still alive. We're still alive.
Yes, we're both still alive. Well, him more so than I. But no, there's nothing much that I can really do at the moment, as this year is a rehab year for me. I've got a cast on from an ankle reconstruction. So
we'll probably wrap it up there. Do you have any tips for our community while they're in this lockdown to keeping sane and keeping happy? And
I suppose if there's anything that I can suggest is actually enjoy being at home, because I know a lot of other people that would normally be in my bubble at this time of the year, because our season would be well and truly on its way by now. Others in my bubble that would be in my bubble would be full on juggling jobs, juggling families, and as an added facet to that, adding netball into the mix of things. Those times are really, really busy. So if there's anything that you can take away from this time at the moment, is enjoy the downtime. Stay connected with whānau and loved ones through the online forums, Zoom, Facebook Messenger. And just be kind to one another.
Sounds good. I'll try my best.
Same.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, and we'll catch you probably next week at our next meeting anyway.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, Jay.
Bye.